Someone was standing outside my door. I checked the camera too late. Way too late. If I had looked sooner, maybe I wouldn't be telling this now. But once you see something like that, it changes how you hear silence, how you trust shadows, how you sleep. I live alone. Small apartment, 3rd floor, end of the hallway, no neighbors across from me, just a blank wall and the emergency exit door. At first, it felt peaceful. Later, it felt like being at the end of a tunnel. That night was quiet. Too quiet. TV low, phone in my hand, lights dim. Around 11:40 p.m., I heard footsteps, slow, heavy, not rushing, not casual, coming down the hallway. I muted the TV, listened. They stopped, right outside my door, not passing by, not turning, just stopped. I waited for someone to knock. Nothing. 10 seconds. 20. Yeah, my chest felt tight. Then the steps moved again. Slowly. Past my door. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. Told myself it was a neighbor. But something felt wrong. Those steps weren't normal. They were careful. Like whoever it was didn't want to be heard. 20 minutes later, my phone buzzed. Motion detected. Door camera. I frowned. Nobody ever triggered it this late. I opened the app. Loading. Spinning. Then the feed appeared. And my stomach dropped. Someone was standing in front of my door. Not knocking, not moving, just standing. So close their chest nearly touched the door. Hallway light flickering above them. Facing straight at the camera, facing me. I couldn't see their face clearly. Too dark, but they were tall, too tall. Their shoulders were stiff, like they were holding still on purpose. Waiting. I whispered, "Go away." My heart was pounding, and the timer showed they'd been there 2 minutes already. 2 full minutes. I zoomed in. That's when I noticed it. They weren't blinking. Not once. Just staring. I quietly locked the door. Checked it twice. Then the chain. My apartment suddenly felt tiny. Like it was shrinking. I kept watching the feed. Another minute passed. Then another. 5 minutes. 10. They still hadn't moved. No shifting. No phone. No sigh. Nothing human. Then slowly, their head tilted. Just a little. Like they were listening. Like they were trying to hear me breathe. My chest burned. Then came the knock. Soft. 3 taps. Tap, tap, tap. Not loud, not polite, controlled. I froze. Another 3. Tap, tap, tap. My hands were shaking. Then a voice. Low, calm. "I know you're home." Every hair on my body stood up. They weren't guessing. I stayed silent. My lungs felt like they were on fire. "You checked the camera," the voice said. My stomach dropped. How could they know? Unless they saw the light from my phone. Unless they were watching more than the door. "You don't need to be scared," they whispered. "I just want to talk." I slowly stepped back, as far from the door as I could. Then they said something worse. "You always hide. Always." Like this wasn't the first time. They leaned closer. I could hear breathing now, slow, deep, enjoying it. "I waited last night too," they said softly. "And the night before?" My mind raced. The strange noises. The footsteps I ignored. That feeling of being watched. This wasn't new. I had just been blind. Suddenly, the camera feed cut out. Black screen, no signal. The hallway light outside my door shut off. Now there was nothing. Just darkness. And whoever was out there. Then I heard it. Breathing. Right against the door. Like their mouth was pressed to it. "I can hear your heart," they whispered. That was when panic took over. Real panic. I ran to my bedroom, locked it, pushed the dresser in front of the door, grabbed my phone. No service, no Wi-Fi. Like everything died at once. From the hallway came a new sound, the door handle turning, slow, testing, once, twice, then footsteps, moving away. I didn't sleep, not even for a second. Morning finally came. Sunlight felt unreal. I checked the door, no scratches, no marks. The camera worked again, no recordings, like nothing happened. I almost convinced myself I imagined it. Until I checked the building camera near the elevator. There they were, walking down the hallway, stopping at my door, standing there. 17 minutes, not moving. Then leaning in close. So close their face filled the frame. Blurry. But I could see one thing clearly. They were smiling. The police came. Asked questions. Checked everything. Found nothing. No fingerprints. No suspect. They said maybe it was a prank. But pranksters don't stand still for 17 minutes. And pranksters don't whisper like they know you. I asked the building manager for older footage. He hesitated, then told me something that made my stomach sink. The camera had caught someone standing outside my door 4 nights in a row. Same time, same spot, just watching. That night was the first time they knocked, the first time they spoke. I packed that afternoon. Didn't care about the lease, didn't care about money. I left. Stayed with a friend across town, different building, different locks. For a while, I felt safe. Then 3 nights later, 11:42 p.m. motion alert. My breath caught. I opened the camera feed slowly. Empty hallway. Then a shoulder appeared. Then a face leaned into view, smiling. "I told you," the voice whispered through the speaker. "You always hide." After that, I stopped staying in one place. I moved again and again, hotels, friends, short rentals. But sometimes I still hear footsteps outside wherever I sleep. Sometimes my phone lights up with motion alerts. I don't open them anymore because I already know what I'll see. Someone standing there, waiting, patient, smiling, and I never opened the door again.